Good afternoon, Olathe Northwest. Happy Monday.
It's your favorite sibling duo here. I'm Chris McCormick.
And I'm Heidi McCormick. On today's show, we have an inside look at a newly formed jazz band, this year's winter dance, and ONW's very own International Club.
Along with giving back to the community with stories on the Ronald McDonald Foundation, Operation Breakthrough, and then ending our show with everyone's favorite class with Mrs. Hamilton.
There's nothing better than starting your week with a fantastic show, and we don't want to keep you waiting.
Dan the man, hit that intro. To start us off with a bang, two former Olathe Northwest students and two current Olathe Northwest students have formed their own jazz band and play in an Italian restaurant, Bravo.
Tonight we have two former and two current ONW jazz band players performing live at the Bravo Italian Casino.
Man, these shooters sound good. Now let's take it to the musicians on what their thoughts are about being in jazz band.
I met everyone at this combo at the ONW Jazz Band, like the Jazz One, and we played together for about 2 or 3 years now. My friend works here. He works at Bravo's. It's Mike. He's actually the one on guitar, and he basically just got us the gig and we just kept playing. We tend to practice at Levi's house, who's the drummer for our band, so we just play over there and just get some tunes down and then go and do that. Yeah.
What are our goals? To sound good. We're trying to treat it more like a business, because yes, it is like an art and something we do, but also like we need to find a way to make money off of this, like especially since I plan on this being my day job. We're putting a couple recordings together and we're gonna send them around to restaurants and such. So the goal is to really like get into more places so that more people can hear our music.
For ONW Now, this has been Ryan Webble. Now back to the desk.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I love music and Italian food, so I might have to go check it out. Ravens, it's time to break out your dancing shoes and get your Cupid Shuffle on because ONW Stuco is hosting the Cupids Gala dance this Saturday.
Oh, that's right, Heidi. I've got all the tutti-frutti, hot-smoking, lovely-licious details on the best dance this school will ever see. Keep going.
Be sure to purchase your tickets by visiting at ONW Stuco on Instagram or by seeing the QR codes around the school.
Are you interested in learning different cultures or just want to learn more about some students here at ONW? Recently, a student at ONW has made that a reality.
Have you ever wanted to learn more about that diverse culture here at Olathe Northwest? Recently, we brought back the International Club. Here are the details you need.
So International Club has been around Olathe Northwest since I've been here, which is 2004.
Due to COVID, ONW didn't receive any foreign exchange students during that year. Now that the world has gotten better, the International Club is back and better than ever.
This year, we're lucky to have one exchange student, and so we just didn't have a big club. But we did do some things like the parade with Nika from Germany, and I announced her at the assembly. But we've had some student interest that wanted to bring the club back and get to know not just Nika, but other people in Olathe Northwest that have diverse backgrounds.
One of the students that wanted to start the International Club again was Blake Heffer.
I was born in South Africa, but I lived in England for 8 years of my life. I wanted to start a club in the first place, and when I was discussing with my parents about it, they recommended starting an international club. The club is beneficial to ONW as it allows students from international backgrounds or know people from international backgrounds to present their experiences. I'm hoping to get people who aren't from international backgrounds in it and get people who are from international backgrounds to form a community.
This club is now exclusive to everyone wanting to learn more about students from around the world and for other students to share their experiences.
Originally, the club was for a place for exchange students to come and the people in Olathe Northwest to get to know our exchange students. All are welcome. I think I pretty much said it though. Anyone is welcome to come join or also present.
The first meeting is January 24th on Tuesday in Mrs. Watts' room 2310. We have a Twitter account you can follow, or if you want more information, you can email Mrs. Watts.
It's so awesome that we have students from all around the world here in our very own school. For ONW Now, this has been Evan Stanfield. Now back to the desk.
Many of us know Ronald McDonald from the fast food chain McDonald's. However, he also represents the Ronald McDonald House, which is a place where parents can stay for free as their child is in the hospital.
The Ronald McDonald Family Room is seeking heartfelt and compassionate volunteers for this winter season.
So in Kansas City, we have 91 beds available every night to families. We have 2 family rooms. We have 4 sleeping rooms here at Overland Park Regional. We have 7 sleeping rooms at Children's Mercy, and then we have the 3 houses. The 3 houses are more long-term stays, and then the family rooms are, like I said, for families that have kids who are in the ICU, NICU, or the PICU. So the Ronald McDonald Family Room is happy to provide a safe, comfortable, and affordable, meaning free, place for the families to sleep at night and be close to their child who is sick.
Ronald McDonald Family Rooms are created worldwide for families to rally around each other for hard times.
The Ronald McDonald House has impacted me and my family greatly because when 2016, when my oldest daughter Carly was critical in the NICU on a vent, we were able to stay at the Ronald McDonald House at Children's Mercy. We spent 8 nights there. It took out all the guesswork of what we were going to eat, where we were going to stay, and how we were going to do that. It kept us close to bedside. I was washing my face in a sink in the bathroom. A nurse saw that and showed us the family room, and we were able to get our basic needs met. Take a hot shower with a clean towel. They have shampoo and conditioner, body wash, all the basics that we take for granted every day. But when you're in that situation, it means the world. A big part of the Ronald McDonald mission is for families to get a good night's sleep, and so that is what we hope for all the families we serve. If ONW students want to donate or volunteer to the Ronald McDonald House, you can put together a meal group downtown. You can cook a meal for families. You can also bring food into the family rooms.
The power is in your fingertips. Donate online at rmhc.org. For ONW Now, this has been Liz Crane. Now, back to the desk.
Are you wanting to give back to the community? Operation Breakthrough is an organization where you can volunteer to teach or play with the kids whose family is experiencing poverty to provide them with a future without poverty.
Operation Breakthrough Kansas City is providing a safe and loving environment for children going through poverty.
Operation Breakthrough started 51 years ago, and the goal of it is to give a loving educational environment to children who are vulnerable kids who have needs.
Operation Breakthrough doesn't just entertain kids throughout the day, they also help out families and have multiple programs for education and emergency aid.
Everything about a child's life happens here. We have classrooms here that are open from 7 in the morning till 5:30 in the evening. So children are learning, our little kids are learning how to be students, how to be successful when they get to kindergarten. Our kids who are in K through 8th grade are catching up on any homework they need to do. They're exploring their talents. They're trying to figure out what they're good at. And then our high school students are learning workforce development. In other words, they're trying things out that might be a career for them.
I made this weight and I made this.
Go to www.operationbreakthrough.org to learn how you can donate or volunteer. Come meet some awesome kiddos and help out some local families. For ONW Now, this has been Hannah Odell. Now back to the desk.
Ring, ring, ring. Chris?
Heidi?
You know what time it is?
Looks like it's time for game day.
That's right. Let's check it on over to our besties, Keaton Code and Matthew Minsamembo.
Hey Ravens, you already know who we are. I'm Keaton Code, joined alongside
Matthew M. Samembo, and we have a jam-packing, molly-smacking game day for you guys today, so let's get rolling.
the boys wrestling team seniors were represented last Wednesday at ONW, where they put on quite the show.
Congrats seniors, and here's Jeremiah Cook with more on these amazing athletes.
It's unlike any other sport.
This past week, the boys wrestling team had their senior night.
We sat down with some of the seniors to talk about their favorite memories over the years.
The hotel trip at Enid, I think that was the best one because it was just a lot of fun because it was a 2-day tournament. We had to stay there multiple days with my teammates, and it was fun.
After the meets, we go to a place called Brahms. It's not around here in Olathe, but it's a lot like your Freddy's. And it's a good shake after a hard cut. With the change of coaching, I think practice got more intense, so that's made me like more prepared on the mat.
It's taught me to be mentally strong, and because cutting weight's not fun, the practices aren't always the most enjoyable, and just I think it makes you more mentally tough.
Help me stay disciplined. I know like during the week I have to watch what I eat, make sure I don't be going crazy on what I consume, and just allows me to be, I guess, more aware of like what I put on my body. I'm just gonna miss the guys. It's all 4 years you go to these tournaments, like Reed said, long 8-hour, 7-hour tournaments. Sometimes they're 2 a day. You come back home on the bus ride or the van ride, and you spend a lot of time with these guys, so they start becoming like a family. I'm trying to place at state, so that'll be top 6, and also just making it to state too.
Good luck, boys, on the rest of the season. Now back to the desk.
We are so proud of all of our senior athletes and can't wait to see what they accomplish in the future. Last Wednesday, the girls wrestling team came to compete, winning the duel against Gardner Edgerton.
Val Galligan, Kendall Yarnell, Megan Vasquez, Haley Arthur, Chloe Harris, and Emmy Keller came out and popped for the ladies. They compete again January 26th at Olathe North. Good luck, ladies.
Boys wrestling competed at the Blue Valley Northwest in the Husky Invitational. Congrats to Reed Livingston placing 7th, Leo Blanding placing 5th, Gabe Sherrill placing 3rd, Lucas Conover placing 2nd, and your tournament champion, Tristan Duckworth, placing 1st.
Great job, fellas. Raven Nation is proud. Now, rolling on over to bowling. Our team swept the competition last Wednesday. Skylar Holmes taking 1st, Allie Glasscock taking 3rd, and for guys, Cam Carlstead taking number 1.
Great job, bowlers, and make sure to support them at their next meet on January 23rd at 3 p.m. at Olathe Lanes.
Girls basketball had a week off after their takedown of Olathe West on the 13th.
Jillian Huckabee dropped 26 points, but some would argue was 28th with her rebound shot for the Owls.
The girls head to Newton this weekend for the Newton Invitational Tournament. Good luck to the girls, and Heidi, don't forget your self-tanner.
Hey, Matt, Heidi actually said she's on a cleanse right now from being orange, so I give it about a week and a half tops.
Speaking of girls basketball, here's Keely Loney with more on the story about how the senior basketball players and what they love and what they look forward to.
This year, we have 3 seniors on our girls basketball team. We sat down with them, as well as Coach Brandstrom, to learn more about how they're feeling this season.
Leadership in my mind it's not a matter of I'm the top dog. It's a matter of wanting to other kids to be better than they were. Not that that's what they live by or that's what they say, but in some ways I think they understand on the basketball scale. They may not be the ones that are scoring all the points or whatever, like some of our younger kids are. But they know they fulfill an important role of that leadership and keeping them together, keeping things light when they need to be light, and trying to keep things focused so they need to be focused, or just in general keep that team chemistry as solid as possible, and that's important.
I think I have a positive role. I like to make people feel included. I like to help them be better, get better by themselves, and just have someone there.
Just kind of like continuing, like, because we're a pretty good team, and like we've been together for like the past 3 years, and so just keeping up, like having the juniors pass that down and like being so close together, because I do think that the chemistry outside of the game is important in order to like help your team succeed.
My favorite part about being a senior is just kind of the leadership roles and the trust that Brancham puts into us, that we get to share and help lead the rest of the team. And then I know, like Reagan said, we get first in line at any team dinners, or anytime we go out to do something, seniors always get dibs. And I've been waiting for that since my freshman year, so it's nice now having that priority.
Goal setting is a large part of teamwork and team building. This year, the girls have a pretty big one.
Well, our main goal is to make it to state, of course, but that's about everyone's goal in the sport. But I say just improve every game, and so that we're ready for the playoffs and the sub-state once we get there. But yeah, just keep working together.
A goal that I have for this team this year is to make it to the state tournament. Last year we were a basket away from making it, and it's pretty much the same team. So I have no doubt that we can't make it again this year.
We're so excited to see where the rest of the season takes you girls. For ONW Now, this has been Keely Loney. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Keely. Boys basketball went to Liberty this past weekend where they took on the Lincoln College Prep, and the boys walked over the Blue Tigers 62-52.
The second day of the tourney, they took on Belton High. The game was close the whole way through, and it was 22-19 at half. The fellas fought hard and battled, but unfortunately couldn't come up with the win.
The boys take on Spring Hill tomorrow, where they will look to get back on track with the win.
Show up. Man, that was a lot of sports for one weekend. And shout out to Jalen Generally, Noah Brandstrom, Farrah Joswara, Josh Bond, Jack LaRue, Spencer Lynn, and Kiefer Yim for completing the Ray Challenge. That's 100 meter laps in just over 2 hours. That's insane.
Also, congrats to Spencer Lean, Daniel Franco, Cal Koser, Victor Vicaro, Cooper Gross, and Brevin Beggs for putting up their best times. We're so proud of all of our Raven athletes. Now, that's all we have for game day today, so let's toss it back to the desk.
Another successful toss means another successful show. You know what the best way to celebrate with? Some chocolate chip cookies.
And lucky for us, we have the perfect teacher who in her class makes the most delicious chocolate chip cookies.
Mrs. Hamilton teaches culinary to help prepare students for a future of cooking.
Well, you guys are going to have to cook and eat when you get older, right? Ramen noodles gets kind of boring after a while in college. Boil an egg, yeah? And kids just like to eat. Everybody's hungry at this age, right?
Along with teaching students different foods to make, we got 2 students to share their opinion of culinary.
How would I describe this class? You know, I think it's really fun. I think it's, you know, useful. I think it's fun to be in with your friends.
It's a nice break from school, you know, it's a time to have fun, cook with your friends, so it's also nice. It's really nice.
Mrs. Hamilton, Lath, and Tullis also shared their favorite part of the class and what their favorite food to make is.
My favorite part about this class is my kids, like being able to build relationships on a different level than just doing like academic core classes, and they get to all meet new people, and you get to know them on a different level because it's social. It's around food. That's what food's about.
My favorite part of the class is, you know, getting to cook with my best friends, eat some good food, man, you know?
My favorite part, I like cooking with my friends. It's pretty fun. It's better than cooking alone, so it's always fun.
I like making eggs, you know. Wake up in the morning, throw some eggs in the pan, you know, scramble them up. Yeah, it's my favorite food to make.
I like making sandwiches. Sandwiches are pretty easy to make. I chef it up though, so it's not a basic sandwich.
Make sure to enroll as soon as possible to secure a spot in culinary. Now, back to the desk.
Ravens, it's time to break out your danger shoes and get your Cupid Shuffle on because ONW Stuco is hosting the Cupids Gala dance this Saturday.
Oh, that's right, Heidi. I've got all the tutti frutti, hot smoking, lovely-licious details on the best dance the school will ever see. Say goodbye to winter formal because on Saturday, this very gym is being transformed into our first ever Cupids Gala dance.
This year we wanted to do something a little bit special. We wanted to have a theme that maybe a lot of people could hopefully connect with. We thought that'd be a fun way to kind of spice it up this year.
Other years we had a winter theme dance and it didn't really go around that well. And we know a lot of other Olathe schools do like a Cupids Gala / sweetheart dance, and so we thought it'd be like a fun new way to incorporate the theme into the school this year.
For some of these students, the Cupids Gala is about more than just the actual dance.
I think my favorite part of being able to host the Cupids Gala is I really like working with other students and making decorations and making the dance look nice for the whole student body.
It's always fun to be working with the variety of people we have on the student council. It's a great group of people, and it's fun to work with them every week.
Now, some of you may think setting up a dance is easy, but there are actually lots of things going on behind the scenes.
The startup comes with some planning that happens early second quarter and all the way up to the day of the dance.
We've been preparing for the dance for I think before winter break and like kind of like around like the blood drive. So it definitely takes like a few months to get everything set up.
The preliminary stages looks like getting a DJ set up and selecting the theme. And then now we're doing those final touches on some of the props and decorations, and we'll be setting up the day before.
If you and your friends are interested in attending this dance, you can scan this QR code to get your tickets today. That unfortunately concludes our show for today.
Make sure to follow all our socials at The Raven Network and the website theravendaily.com.
For ONW Now, this has been your favorite people who have the same last name but aren't related. I'm Chris McCormick.
And I'm Heidi McCormick, the better McCormick. Have a great rest of your day, Ravens.